English confidently. One Sunday, Anya attended a family function. Usually she stayed silent around relatives because they often compared children. Sharma ji ki daughter speaks fluent English. Look at her confidence. These comparisons hurt her deeply before, but this time something had changed inside her. When a relative asked about her studies, she answered softly in English, "I am improving my communication skills." Her sentence was simple, but her eyes carried confidence. That night she smiled before sleeping because she realized she was changing slowly. Confidence is not loud. Sometimes confidence is simply speaking one sentence without fear. There was another girl named Kavya from Mumbai. She worked in a small office. During meetings, she always remained quiet, even when she had good ideas. One day her manager said, "Kavya, your work is excellent. Why don't you speak more?" She replied honestly, "Sir, I fear my English is not good." The manager smiled and said, "Good ideas matter more than perfect grammar." That sentence transformed her life. The next meeting, she spoke just one line, "I think this idea can help our team." Her voice shook slightly, but she spoke. And nobody laughed. People listened. Sometimes we think the world is waiting for our mistakes, but most people are busy thinking about their own fears. Confidence grows when girls stop trying to sound perfect and start trying to express themselves. Anya later started recording her own voice on her phone. At first, she hated listening to herself. She felt awkward. But after 1 month, she noticed improvement. Her pronunciation became clearer. Her pauses became smaller. Her confidence became stronger. She realized something important. Progress becomes visible only when practice becomes consistent. Many Indian girls also improve through friendships. Some create English-speaking groups on WhatsApp. Some send voice notes in English. Some practice through daily conversations with cousins or classmates. One girl sends a message, "How was your day?" Another replies, "My day was good. I completed my homework." Simple conversations, small progress, big confidence. English confidence is not built through giant grammar books alone. It is built through daily usage. Sometimes girls think they are too old to improve their English. But language does not care about age. It cares about consistency. A mother can learn. A college student can learn. A village girl can learn. A working woman can learn. Anyone can learn. One evening, Anya traveled by train to another city. She met a girl sitting beside her who spoke fluent English confidently. Earlier, this would have intimidated her. But this time, she became curious instead of insecure. She asked softly, "How did you improve your English?" The girl smiled and said, "Daily practice. I stopped being afraid of mistakes." That answer sounded simple, but it carried years of truth. Fear disappears when action becomes stronger than overthinking. Anya then created a new habit. Every night before sleeping, she spoke about her day in English for 5 minutes. "Today I went to college. I met my friend. I studied English. I felt nervous in class, but I answered the question." These small reflections improved her fluency naturally because she was speaking about real life, not memorized textbook paragraphs. Many Indian girls become confident when they stop treating English like an exam subject and start treating it like communication. Language is a bridge, not a competition. One day, Meher entered a cafe in Delhi. Usually she pointed at the menu silently. But this time she said confidently, "Can I have 1 cold coffee, please?" The waiter smiled politely. That small interaction gave her unexpected happiness. Confidence often grows through tiny victories nobody else notices. Anya also learned another important lesson. Confident people do not know every word. Even fluent speakers forget words sometimes. but they continue speaking calmly. Instead of stopping completely, they use simple alternatives. If she forgot the word appointment, she said meeting. If she forgot delicious, she said very tasty. Communication matters more than difficult vocabulary. Many girls lose confidence because social media shows unrealistic perfection. They watch fluent influencers speaking fast English and think, I can never speak like this. But they forget one thing. Fluency shown today is built on years of hidden practice. Nobody posts the embarrassing mistakes. Nobody posts the nervous beginnings. Nobody posts the broken sentences. But every confident speaker once had those moments. One rainy evening, Amya stood on a rooftop and remembered the girl who once stayed silent in class. She smiled because now she could express her thoughts more freely, not perfectly, but confidently, and that was enough. Her journey inspired her younger cousin Ria, who was also afraid of English. Ria asked, Didi, what if people laugh at me? Anya replied gently, people may laugh for 1 minute, but if you stop trying, regret can stay for years. That sentence stayed in Ria's heart. Soon both cousins practiced together daily. Ria, what are you doing? Anya, I am studying. Ria, what will you do tomorrow? Anya, I will visit my friend. Simple practice. Daily improvement. Slow confidence. This is how many Indian girls become confident in English day by day. Not through magic, not overnight, but through courage repeated daily. Some improve while traveling to college. Some improve through YouTube videos. Some improve through mirror practice. Some improve through journaling. Some improve through podcasts. Some improve through daily conversations. But all confident girls share one thing in common. They continue even when they feel embarrassed, because confidence is not the absence of fear. Confidence is speaking despite fear. One day, Anya gave a small presentation in her college. Her hands trembled at first, but she remembered how far she had come. From one tiny sentence in front of the mirror to speaking in front of a classroom. After the presentation, a quiet girl approached her and said, your English is very good. I want to improve too. Anya smiled emotionally because she realized something powerful. The girl who once searched for confidence had now become inspiration for someone else. That is how transformation happens, slowly, quietly, day by day. And maybe somewhere in India tonight, another girl is standing in front of her mirror whispering her first English sentence. Maybe her grammar is broken. Maybe her pronunciation is imperfect. Maybe her confidence is still shaking. But if she continues speaking tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day, one day her voice will become stronger than her fear. And on that day, she will realize that confidence was never hiding inside perfect English. It was hiding inside her courage to keep trying. A few months later, Amya noticed something surprising. English was no longer only a subject in her notebook. It had slowly become part of her daily life. While walking to college, she read signboards in English. While scrolling on her phone, she tried understanding captions without translating every word into Hindi. Even her thoughts sometimes started forming in simple English sentences. One afternoon, she sat in a crowded classroom waiting for her professor. Usually the room was full of noise. But that day, she was quietly reading an English article on her phone. Her friend Pooja looked at her and asked jokingly, Madam, now you forgot Hindi? Anya laughed and replied in English, No, I'm just practicing. The sentence was small, but this time she spoke naturally without preparing it in her mind first. That was real progress. Confidence often enters quietly. One day, you suddenly realize you are no longer scared of simple conversations. Pooja later confessed something important. She said, I also want to improve my English, but I feel shy. Anya smiled because she understood that feeling.